welcome back to the Best of Seven Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell. D Muney is in the building. NBA Talk, you know what we do. You know how we rocking here, episode 139. D Muney, what's happening, my G?
And nothing much, bro. Blessed and highly favored. Know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. Now, we ain't talked since the end of the season, but since Golden State won the finals over Boston, man. What's your thoughts?
I mean, the more experienced team won, bro. I mean, it's not really for me to tell you. I guess Boston, for me, if you want to ask me personally, Boston fell in the trap of trying to outshoot Golden State rather than trying to play half court and big boy these guys. A lot of things, just went the other way. I don't know why, and then Jason Tatum's like that's a whole nother other story. You know what I mean? But
well, what does that story read? Is he not a star now? What are you saying? Did he choke? What are we saying about Jason?
You can't erase what he's done during the season. You know what I mean? And you can't erase he's showed up, you know what I'm saying, for these playoffs. It's just that, when it came to the biggest moments, man, one guy rose to the occasion, the other guy didn't. And at this point, Andrew Wiggins rose up to the occasion, the guy that's checking him, and he just couldn't reach that mark. And it did.
Now, you're not saying, hold on, wait a minute. I got to talk to the bosses real quick. You're not saying that Andrew Wiggins is better than Jason Tatum, are you?
No, I'm not. But, I mean, if one guy shows up and the other one doesn't, because I could say the same thing about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown poured his heart out these finals, bro. You know what I mean? I troll and say, hey, Jaylen Brown is probably better than Jason Tatum, just trolling. But we all know, I mean, the highest ceiling is Jason Tatum. It's just for him. I mean, he's 24. I'm not gonna, put him in the dirt like the media has done. He just has to grow from this, and that's really what it comes down to. Just wasn't ready.
Jaylen might be the best, bro, because Jaylen played both sides of the court.
He did.
Almost at an elite stat. And he does it in the moments that they need it. The biggest thing with Boston that I seen, was just the turnovers, just the mistakes. You talked about the experience and stuff like that. Like, they really lost that series more than Golden State won it.
You know why you have those turnovers? When you're trying to run with Golden State rather than came down and playing a post game. You're bigger. You're the bigger team, bro. I think it was a lot of times they were forgetting, you guys are averaging about 6'4", who I think Marcus Smart is 6'4",
right?
All 7 feet, bro. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the bigger team. Y'all got to play like it, man.
Now, what about this, D Money? Steph got his finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a situation now that Steph is top 10 all time now that he's gotten that award?
Look, I'm not going to be mad if somebody puts him in the top 10. Me personally, I'm always going to say that he's probably the greatest shooter of all time. That's not up for debate. But what people have to understand is it's more to the game than just shooting the ball, which is, I get that's what. Hold on, let me finish before you go. Don't cut me off, Smack. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop my time. You know what I'm saying? I understand the whole point is putting the ball in the hoop. You know what I mean? But there are other aspects, as far as, when you measure him up against these top 10 guys, we have to measure, unfairly or fairly, you have to measure size. You got to measure being able to play defense. You got to measure those skill sets, or even just passing. I'm like I said, I'm not going to knock him. I'm not going to put him personally in my top 10. Top 20, yes. I will put them that. Top 15, yes. But I feel like he has to still accomplish a little bit more for me to put him in my top 10.
Wow. I just sent a tweet to Steph Curry apologizing to him for allowing you to come on this show to be so rude and disrespectful to a 4-time champion, 2-time MVP. The stuff that you're saying out your mouth right now is blasphemous.
Oh boy.
You talk about size and things like that. That's what makes him so special.
Mm-hmm.
He putting up buckets against 7-footers.
Mm-hmm.
Your argument to me, bro.
I have a question. You know who else has 4 rings?
The King.
And the Finals MVP?
The King.
Not besides the King.
Iggy?
Tony Parker.
So Tony what? Has Tony Parker changed the game like Steph? Don't even do that.
Y'all don't. I mean, but this is what y'all be telling me about this.
No, I don't be telling you nothing. Bro. I would never put Tony Parker in the same conversation as this man. Are you kidding me?
This is what y'all say.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, man. Let's get into the show, man. Because you off the charts already. So I can already see where this thing is going. So let's get into the first block of today's show, the Best of 7. Again, make sure you guys check out the Best of 7 podcast. It's available on all your listening platforms. Myself and D Muney, we be giving it to you guys as raw and authentic as we can when it comes to all the hot topics in the NBA. We're also on YouTube, social media everywhere. Just check us out at the Best of 7. Now, for the first block, man, we're going to talk about Kyrie, Irving, and the Brooklyn Nets. D Money, I'm going to start off with you. Should the Brooklyn Nets go ahead and max out Kyrie Irving and give him a max deal, even though they said they wasn't trying to actually go there? Because Kyrie is facing free agency in a couple weeks.
Okay, I have a question. Who you going to get to replace him?
Yeah. I mean, they trying to get Russ. I mean, I don't know if I don't know what's going on because they talking about Kyrie going to the Lakers now. If he's a free agent, there's no trade. But if Brooklyn is able to make a deal before this happens, I really don't see anyone else but Russ. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure KD don't want that run that back.
All right, bro. Y'all really fall for it every time. The man is a troll. He's a troll, man. That's what he does, bro. The man's obviously just, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to work out a deal with the Nets. This is one of his tactics that he's using. Do we really believe that he's going to go back and try to be with the Lakers? And then for Russ, bro, like, what was it? Nick Wright saying, a good trade would be Ben Simmons and Kyrie for Russ and AD. In what planet?
For the Lakers, what world, bro? For the Lakers, it would be. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, AD and Russ is the problem.
Okay, but it doesn't make sense for Brooklyn.
Who cares? We're not Brooklyn fans. Nick Wright was talking from the angle of a LeBron supporter. So it doesn't matter about Brooklyn. We was looking at it from the Lakers' advantage.
Oh, my God. Y'all
and it's not about Kyrie going to the Lakers, D Money. It's about Kyrie being disrespected by this organization. And he might just roll out. I can't say that he's going to go to LA or New York. They might, I don't know, but I don't think it's unrealistic that he opts out and becomes a free agent. And then what does that do for KD? Because that now leaves KD with a bunch of role players and Ben Simmons.
Even if he opts out, all it's gonna do is raise his price.
For who? Because Brooklyn has already made it clear that they're not trying to give him a 5-year max deal. What Brooklyn is trying to do, because they don't believe in him as far as availability and stuff like that, they want to give him contracts every 2-3 years or incentives and stuff like that. And he don't want that. He want the max 5.
Okay. I'll put it like this. There's only maybe 3 players that I would if you could tell me I could get these 3 players, then I would consider letting him go. It's either Damian Lillard, it's either Bradley Beal, or Zach LaVine. If you can tell me I can get one of these 3 players, I might think about not signing him. But we're gonna try to work this out to where you're not gonna get somebody better, bro. And as far as talent wise, I understand the availability, but it's more like this. It's like high risk, high reward at this point. It is what it is. And you kind of put yourself in a bind because it's like, okay, well, you look at the market for the talent and the point guards that's out for free agency, it doesn't add up. So it's like, okay, and then you have KD that you have to worry about. Unless KD is really signing off on on Kyrie leaving, that'd be the only way that I could see him going. Otherwise, he's not going nowhere, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Kyrie Irving, to me, moves to a beat of his own drum. That's why he left Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch this situation because I don't think that this is a situation. We see superstars in the NBA sometimes opt out so that the team could give them more money. We saw Anthony Davis do it after they won the championship. And to me, that was a mistake. Kyrie and Brooklyn have been going back and forth. And I want to do a little bit of homework when we talk about this quote unquote availability for Kyrie Irving, because at the end of the day, what are we talking about as far as Kyrie not playing? The situation with the vaccine, I don't know how many games he was out. And then I think he took a couple games off, a couple of days off for the George Floyd situation and stuff like that. They kind of portraying it like Kyrie has taken half a seasons or seasons off for personal reasons. Kyrie has never done that. When he's been out for an extensive amount of time, it was due to injury as well.
Yeah. And then also, too, you got to think about what was going on in Brooklyn at the time with that dumb rule when you had other players that were unvaccinated playing in Brooklyn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the mandate really rubbed, I want to say, white America the wrong way when it comes to Kyrie, because, you know, that's all they harp on. That's all they harp on is that situation with him.
You know, same day, new controversy. You know what I mean? And here's the other thing, too, with Kyrie, bro. Kyrie got everything that he actually wanted. He's playing for a team that he grew up watching growing up. You know what I'm saying? And he lives in Newark, like right outside of Newark, like in Jersey. So I'm like, he's really like right there, bro. He's around his family. There's nothing else that you could get on a better situation than that, unless he really just, you know, maybe tired of the organization and tired of the situation.
Well, that's what's happening. It's the disrespect.
That's the only way.
It's the disrespect. But when you look at Kyrie's production, I know Brooklyn didn't do so well. Kyrie still got it. It's not like he lost a step. So
he didn't lose it.
He's good.
I think the strain of dealing with the mandate and everything that had went on this year with Harden and different things had taken a toll on the team when it came down to it. I mean, not an excuse, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But all you could do right now is move forward, because you made a promise. Not so much promise, but you are the reason that KD and Harden is even there in the first place, bro. It's more so like, I understand it may not be the situation, but, you know, it's kind of like a breach of contract almost, in a sense, because you brung somebody over that didn't have to come, you know, and you got somebody involved in your mess. So you have to lie in it. That's just how I look at it, bro.
Well, KD also is his own man. Like, KD, to me, was a better player than Kyrie. KD, for all intents and purposes, should have had some balls and said, we're not going to Brooklyn, we're going to Madison Square and play with the Knicks. So, you know, I'm not going to hold Kyrie so much accountable for that decision for them guys linking up. It just didn't work out. But you brought up KD. I got to get your thoughts on this article that you had sent me. I don't know if this was from ESPN, but they are asking, this is so disrespectful. Does Kevin Durant need another NBA title to be an NBA all-time great? The floor is yours, D Muney.
All right, listen, bro. I love y'all with these analytics, man. But y'all love to use analytics to back up or to manipulate your narrative. You know what I'm saying? And it's just real nasty work that I've seen with KD. Y'all have used everything that's happened with Golden State and Curry to slander KD. Somehow, y'all just can't celebrate the team with what's going on with them. Somehow, it keeps coming back to KD. Oh, KD got to be the bus driver. Who do you think was the bus driver in Golden State, bro?
Now, I'm going to keep it real, though, D Muney. When Kevin Durant lost, people were, including myself, gave Golden State no chance to win a championship. Then on top of all the injuries. So I'm not mad that some of the Golden State fans are sticking their chests out, talking their talk now that they done won this fourth title. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either. But my thing is, don't do it and just to spite this man. I understand. I don't know what he's done to a lot of these guys. I don't know if he smashed their wives, spit in the kid's face. But it's like everything comes around to this dude. And I'm like, bro, even with the article, right? how are you going to say, well, maybe if they had Andrew Wiggins type player, they might have still won those championships despite KD, which is the most disrespectful thing. Because even if you look at plus minuses and numbers, you're not accounting for LeBron James, bro.
Track. That's true.
Come on,
That's
bro.
true.
Let's be honest, man. I was like, yo, the only way that they were going to win was getting KD or a KD level type of player. There was no scenario that they probably could have beaten the Cavaliers those 2 years. That
They knew that. They knew that. They knew that. After 2016, they knew it was do or die with Kevin Durant. They had to go get him.
Think about this recency bias, because I'm like, man, just y'all want to praise Curry. I'm cool with that. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Let that man have his flowers, give him his flowers. But don't do it just to spite KD, bro.
But hold up. My thing about it is, how can you spite a man with this silly question when he was just named as one of the NBA top 75? So his spot is already solidified as being an all-time great. I don't even understand the angle of this question. And if we're talking about top 10 all-time, you can't give me 10 people better than KD. You can't.
No, you can't give me 10 players right now better than KD. So
any checks off boxes: Finals MVP, regular season MVP, NBA champion, scoring title, Olympic medal. Come on, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. They just don't like him, bro. It's like he's getting that Carmelo Anthony treatment. It's like for some reason they don't like Carmelo Anthony. They don't like KD either, and I don't understand why. So it is what it is. We're gonna see for next year, and I hope that he does figure it out to where he does, so he can shut these people up, man. Because it's like the media wants him to win a championship by himself so bad.
Yeah,
and it's such a nasty narrative because the man already has championships. It doesn't matter how you got them. You still have to play the games. You know what I mean? So it's nasty work out here, bro. Media is just disgusting.
What were some of your biggest takeaways from this past season? What were some of the things and moments that really stuck out for you? For me, man, I think injuries plays such a major role in the NBA. We've seen the last 2-3 years how big injuries play a factor in success and the direction that the NBA is going. I've also learned that you got to play to the end, bro. Golden State was down by 50 to Memphis at one point in the playoffs. Who would have thought they would have been able to come back after playing that bad to win the championship? So, you got to play this thing out all the way, and then you got all these other stars and superstars that was hurt that's going to be coming back, Kawhi and LeBron and AD. I can't wait for next year.
I want to see Kawhi. Before we say Kawhi is going to be back, I need to see it. It's starting to get like Lauryn Hill for a show. You know what I'm saying? Is Lauryn Hill going to show up? Is she not going to show up? You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get like that with Kyrie.
You being disrespectful to Kawhi? You being disrespectful to Kawhi?
How?
Because when you saw Kawhi, he put up buckets. Kawhi is a walking bucket.
But we just talked about availability, right? I'm just saying, bro. Hey, listen, y'all can say what y'all want to say about that, but I'll put it like this: for NBA takeaways from me, I like the budding stars that are coming out, and Ja Morant, Luka Doncic, freaking even some of these other guys like Trey, Ice Trey, and who was it? Yeah, and Ja, who is it?
Ja Morant.
Not Ja Morant. On the same team. God damn, I can't call his name.
I know who you're talking about. Mikal Bridges?
JJJ.
No, that's Charlotte.
I can't say his name
John
right now.
Jackson?
Yes. These guys are starting to come into their own. You know what I mean? Also, the Butler respect. I took that away too. I think Jimmy Butler is finally getting his just due, as far as being the player that everybody thought that he was. I think he got slept on a lot this past takeaway for this. But I'll say this, the mandate had a big part of this NBA season. And I'm hoping that we can move forward past it because it confused a lot of things. And also these refs and these calls, bro, the ticky tacks, the nasty, just like just the different calls that's been going through the season and these playoffs, man. We got to fix that, bro. It's been crazy. Even for
referees have wanted to be more of stars than any other year that we've ever seen. The referees wanted to be personalities for once. And I think that's going to be bad for the game. Before we get up out of here, I'm going to just throw a couple scenarios at you in regards to next year. And give me your thoughts. I think we talked about this before, but do you honestly see Kyrie and Kevin Durant finishing next season off in a Brooklyn Nets uniform?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does LeBron next year surpass Kareem as the all-time scorer? And do you see the Lakers bouncing back and making the playoffs?
That's a loaded question.
Absolutely. With a machine gun, a Mac 11. So have some respect for the king.
I can see LeBron probably breaking that record. I'm not going to push it with the Lakers to make it into the playoffs until I see some changes with the Lakers. We've already seen what they got a new coach. We're going to have to see what's going on with the new coach and how he uses the team that they have presented. And if they decide to keep Russ, how he's going to get Russ to buy in. So we'll see.
Who wins the NBA championship next season? Given that people are healthy.
If people are healthy, you know what? I'm going alone. I can't tell you who's going to win, but I can tell you who's going to be in the finals.
Who's that?
Memphis and Brooklyn. Yep, I said it.
What in the world makes you think Ja Morant and those guys are going to get it done in the West?
Hey man, they tasted it, bro. They tasted how it is, bro, and that's part of growth. You know what I mean? We're gonna see.
I don't see that, man. But y'all know what it is, man. You're now rocking with the best. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk, and you guys have definitely been a big support. We appreciate you guys. Episode 139, I believe this is, or 138 is now in the books. Check us out again on social media. Salute again to my brother D Muney. We'll be back at y'all again soon with another episode.